Hey, Bison Band. Today we're going to be building scales. Last time in level one, we were working on identifying key signatures, and I told you that the key signature tells you about the collection of notes that you're going to use to play a song. Now, the scale is what that collection of notes looks like. So we're going to build that today with what we know about key signatures. Now, the instructions here are very important. We're going to build 50 scales. We have 10 errors allowed. We have 5 hints that we can use. And for building a major scale with one sharp, that's going to be our key of G. So a scale starting on G is going to have one sharp. A scale starting on F, key of F, is going to have one flat. A scale starting on C is going to have no sharps or flats in your key signature. That is very important. We'll show how that works in the exercise itself. So let's see what a couple look like. So it starts here. It says a C major scale. Now that means that this starting note here is a C. A C major scale, from our instructions we remember, and from our exercises last week, has no sharps or flats in our key signature. And that means I'm going to add notes in order until I get to a higher version of C, which is going to be up here. So I just have to add them one line and space at a time. So I started here on C. I'm going to add a D, an E, an F, a G, an A, a B, and then a C. And there's my C major scale. Now, we talked about a key of F having one flat in it. That was just one of those rules that we had to remember when identifying key signatures. That means that when I get to my note B, since we remember that B flat is the flat from that key signature, when I get to B, I have to do something special. Here is F. I'm going to add a G, an A. Now here's my B. I said I had to do something special because B is flat. I have to switch over and add a flat note instead. So I click here to the note with one flat sign, and now I put a B flat into my scale. Now, since that's the only flat sign, I have to switch back to regular natural notes for the rest, and then we add C, D, E, and then the last note of our scale, F. Here's a C major again, and for this, I can add natural notes all the way up, starting on C, and then D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Now here's G major. This is our scale that has one sharp, and we remember that from our rule that one sharp is an F sharp. It is on this line right here. So when I'm building this scale, when I get to F, I have to add notes in order with naturals until I get to F, and then I'm going to have to do something special when I get there. So here's G, A, B, C, D, E. Now I have to do something special when I get to F. I add my sharp sign to add a sharp note. There's my F sharp. Because there's only one sharp sign in a G major scale, my next note, my last note of the scale, my G, will be back to a natural, and I add that there. So those are the 3 scales that you are going to encounter here. C with no sharps or flats, F with a B flat, and G that has an F sharp. If you have questions, please feel free to visit me during my office hours or send me an email.